champion. All right. Sign a few doctors. All right, Mr. Jones. So you don't get the whole amount, you get half of it. You okay with that? Yeah. What's the status of the right now?
I the new engineering for 70,000 miles.
A new engine for 72,000 miles? Yeah. Body has 300 miles. How long do you get the nurses to go on? Question, good luck to you. Okay, these are crazy times. But you have a case, then you have to litigate. Contact us. And guess what? You can have justice.
Not going to stay home, and you're not going to wear masks. And we will.
Now, for the long line of COVID-19 cases being rules that have been eased, may soon be tightened up once again. Big changes to be coming tomorrow. Good afternoon, everyone.
I'm Tom waiting for Juan Fernandez. This is for and we're streaming on CBS.
Well, as the pandemic worsens across the state, closures and rule changes are happening at a rapid pace.
The latest figures.
San Bernardino has well over 12,000 cases now, more than 750 reported just today. Riverside up 17,000 cases, 12,000 cases, and another 2,700 were added today.
And Orange County had a one-day record of 800 new cases in Carolina Michelle. That's more than three serious concerns there.
It's a record that no county wants to set. Today, Orange County is reporting 779 coronavirus cases, the highest since health officers began counting in March.
Hey, Miss B Town, how are you? So far pretty good. Yesterday in my life, somebody had, I think it was General, had said she likes cinnamon in her coffee. And so this morning I put some cinnamon in my coffee and I love it because I usually drink my coffee black, no cream or sugar. Um, and I love cinnamon. So she was saying, to try it in my coffee, and I did. So now I'm going to try it in my tea later on, later on in the evening when I drink my tea. But it's very good. Good, good. Glad you're doing good. Um, I really didn't have a topic. Well, I have some topics, but I want to kind of make a podcast out of it instead of doing it live because I want to be able to bring out certain points. And then sometimes in my podcasts, certain subject just, you know, touch a nerve for me. And I want to be able to express that on a podcast, but not necessarily on my live. So, yeah. Yes, black coffee is I don't like to camouflage the coffee flavor, but the cinnamon kind of enhances it. You know what I mean? Um, every now and then I'll put a little cream in my coffee and put some chocolate syrup uh to have a little mocha type flavor. Hey General, how you doing? I was just telling B Town that I tried the cinnamon in my coffee and I like it. And I was telling her that, sometimes, rarely, but sometimes I put cream with some chocolate syrup, make it mocha. Every now and then, if I want to be a little adventurous, I put a little flavoring in it. I hate, the creamers, hazelnut or a French vanilla. But I just love it black. But I'm telling you, that cinnamon enhanced that flavor. I love it. Does she be town? I think Nadia is more like, I like the true taste of things. So black coffee is good for me. But I'll be trying this. I'll be putting a little cinnamon in it more than anything now. Yes, yes. So later on, yes, General, it is lovely. And it what you say, it relaxes you? Oh yes, yes. I um I'm gonna put it in my tea later and see how I like that. But I just I know when I used to go to Starbucks, in a hurry and I didn't make my coffee at home, but I wanted some coffee, I would see the cinnamon there, the different things they had to put in your coffee, and I would see the cinnamon there. And I wasn't sure what people were putting it in their flavored coffees or how they were using it. But now, um, I'm sure that they were, putting it in their coffee or tea. But I want to try it with tea now. I want to try it with tea now. I want to try it with not with the green tea, and I have peppermint and spearmint tea, so I won't be doing that. Just the plain black tea. I want to try it with cinnamon with that. But oh yes, I um I didn't want to in case I didn't like it. I didn't. I drink like half a cup of my coffee, and then the second half, because I only have one cup of coffee a day. No matter how good it is, I limit myself to one coffee. So I drank half of it and then I sprinkled the cinnamon in the coffee and reheated it, and wow, I've been sipping on that. I just finished it a few minutes ago because I woke up late. I woke up early and did some things, and then I took a nap, and I just woke up maybe about 2 o'clock. So I have been sipping on that. Oh, that is it. It is good. Yes, B Town, try it. Try it. It is so good. It is so good. I like it. And it and like I said, it enhance, although I like my coffee black, it does enhance, it does something to it. And I can drink it all day if it's decaf. Yeah, I got decaf. Yeah. Sometimes, they don't have the brand that I like decaf, and I'll go for another brand, but if they don't have either, then I'll get the regular caffeinated coffee. But yeah, if I drink the coffee too late in the day and it wasn't decaffeinated, I mean, I have insomnia as it is. I'd be up all night. I mean, I drank some soda, and and it kept me up. With the caffeine in the soda, it kept me up. So um, the coffee would just do me in. I'd be up all night. So a lot of times when I have insomnia, I don't fight it anymore. I don't fight it anymore. I just like, okay, I'm up and I'll watch some TV, hoping it'll put me to sleep. Um, but sometimes, like Thursday, I have an appointment, an early appointment, so I have to be there at 9. So it's like, okay, if I have insomnia, I'm gonna take my melatonin, cause when I do fall asleep, it gives me a more restful sleep. So that I don't want to take too much of that because I don't want it not to work when I really need it to work. When I have to get up early. Yes, yes, it can, General. It can stain your teeth. So that's why. That's not the reason why, but the main reason. But one of the reasons why, I just drink 1 cup. I just drink 1 cup, and sometimes I don't even drink all of that. Yeah, yeah, you do. You know, so some things with acid, I heard that it's not good for the teeth. I know that, but they say uh, I heard to drink some water afterwards, or rinse your mouth off with water after you drink something with acidity in it, a lot of acidity, so you won't brush away your enamel. So I hear different things, and if it sounds right, if because I know there's a lot of information, a lot of wrong information out there. But if it sounds right to me, then I say, oh, what does it hurt? To try that. It's to rinse my mouth out so I won't brush away. And or make the layer of enamel thinner. So what have you been up to? Both of you guys, what have you been up to? So far. I know it's, I don't know whether to call it really late or early in the morning for you, General. General says Americans have lovely white tea compared to us in the UK. Not everybody, General. But I know what you mean. In comparison. Yeah. I never noticed that. I never noticed that. Hmm. I don't know. B-Town, you said trying to get the heat. Yeah, General. I figured it was the way the way you want to look at it, the wee hours of the morning, or late. B-Town said, no, not everybody. No, some people you look in their mouth over here, you say, oh, where'd you get your gold teeth? Like that ain't gold. That's just stained yellow teeth, probably from smoking, and then with the coffee and whatever else, stain your teeth. Heavy smokers, tend to, have stained teeth. Sorry, trying to beat teeth. Oh, okay, okay. I know because yesterday was cooler here in California, but it had been some hot 90-degree weather, and that just kind of makes me lazy. So yesterday was a cooler day. Today is going to, I think it's in the 80s. So it's a little warmer today. So I'm not sure what tomorrow's going to be. But yeah, we've had some hot weather here in California. Um, and just trying to air condition is so I usually run my air conditioner on hot days for about a couple of hours, if that, because it's so expensive. And see, that's another thing about being quarantined when you live in a hot state. Because, if I wasn't quarantined, I would go, okay, I'd lock the house up, turn the lights off, turn on the fan. Nobody's, put my dog in the cages, make sure they have water. And because, there's no stirring around, the house stays cool enough for them, but without turning on my air. Now that doesn't work all the time, but a lot of times if it's in the hundreds, I have to turn on the air. And I would still go to the mall but have it set at a certain temperature so it won't go on all day. Just, so the dogs won't be miserable. But I would go to the movie or I would go to the mall and use somebody, else's air. And to the point where sometimes, depending on where I go, I have to bring a light sweater because the air condition be like freezing. But now because of what's going on, you know, I stay more in the house, so that's going to raise my electric bill. And just think about the elderly that are immobile, so they have to keep. So all their bills are going up anyways. But if they could get some relief, and you know, it's off and on. I've heard about, okay, we're getting a stimulus check and it'll be in July. And then one person said it'll be in August, between August and October. And then you hear a certain amount. And then you hear, well, it's going to be a generous amount. And you hear so many things, you don't even know what to believe, what's going on. And, the Senate is going to be taking a vacation from this time to this time. And then when after, I think they said in September or October, and then they're gonna take another vacation. Like, how many vacations you guys gonna take? And see, that affects whether they're gonna, you know, approve it. But between all those vacations, you just don't really know when, if they approve it. Which I was told that the word is a good chance that they will. But between all them vacations, like, okay, so when? Because people need relief, and there's no shame in wanting that stimulus. There's no shame in it. Things were done with things are happening, and it's not our fault. It's not anybody's fault that's suffering, that has lost their job and this and that. We pay taxes, and so yeah, because they even take taxes out of people that are receiving Social Security, and you can request more tax, whatever. But yeah, and talking about taxes, you guys, after owing hundreds of dollars, I just paid mine off. So, phew, that's a relief because You do not want, you can owe different people and, but I don't like owing the IRS because they can do some things when you owe them. They can do some things that may be harder for other people to do, but this is government. Oh, they can do some things. So, I'd advise anybody that if you can't pay it off at once, at least do monthly payments. Cause IRS don't play. Yes, yes, General. You know, people need help with with everything, but at least help with. And then what about the people can't pay their mortgages, can't pay their rent, because their income has stopped. And yes, a lot of people are getting, that $600 for unemployment. However, you know, that's not enough to pay your mortgage, your utilities, your food, your this, your that. It's just not enough. Yeah, it is sad. Yeah, yeah. No, no, General, you don't want to play with the government. So it's like, in fact, I have to put a page of my statement as proof because I paid too much. Because I thought I was keeping track with it, but I paid $50 too much. Um, and so I'm going to have to contact them so I can get my refund because I had one figure, but it was $50 less than what I thought. You know how you get something fixated in your head, you see something and you had this figure and you pay it and like, oh shoot, I paid too much. Exactly, General. Situations don't change. They don't change. Your bills gonna come every month faithfully. Every day you gonna have to eat. Even if you purpose in your mind, I'm just going to eat one meal a day, that's still one meal a day that you're going to account for in your budget. So, I've heard some people on certain sites that, guys, different people be telling, okay, keeping up, this is the update for the stimulus and all this stuff and stuff. And they give little tips. And people in the comments, I heard them saying like, uh, everybody just want a handout. Everybody just, be thankful for the first package. And like, who you think you talking to, money bags? You probably need it yourself. It's like, stop judging. A lot of people are put into that situation that had most of us were put into this situation. Most of us was put in this situation. We're not most of us are not entertainers that got all, a bankroll, millions of dollars in cash and assets and, political figures and everything and whatever. Most people live paycheck to paycheck, or at least if it's more than one paycheck, just a few paychecks. That's why it's always good to have a little side stuff. Put a little bit here and there. Just for them rainy days. But heck, it's not just a rainy day. It's storming. It's a typhoon, tsunami, tornado, earthquake. These are harsh times. These are harsh times. Right, B-Town. We need help right now. People, and I thank God that, that I'm not, some people are just in a worse situation than others. And some people, they got their food and everything and they're able to get things, and they're able to maybe, make arrangement, pay Peter to rob Peter to pay Paul. But some people don't have Peter or Paul. They can't rob Peter because, Peter pockets are bare. They can't rob Peter to pay Paul. They don't have, any resources. They're living, even before all this, they were living, um, it was a thin line between them having a roof over their heads and being in the streets, even before this. But they were able to maintain by switching things around. I'll pay this, then I'll pay that. And then just, in the hole, but not enough to be thrown out or without. It was rough, but they had something. But now they've exhausted their resources and they not right now. They need People need help right now. And I should stop saying they. I mean, because I don't want to be where, you know, to the point through no fault of my own, things getting, bare. I don't want it to come like that. Yes, God is blessing me, but I don't want to just be barely making it. So, um, people have used up their cushion, you know, put a little this, put a little that away, but people are exhausting that. Generals who said that everybody wants to hand out their crew because on this one guy, he's a accountant, and really good with numbers. He keeps up with what's going on, and letting people know, and a lot of people had not even received their first package. They're like, I haven't received the first packet. So it's like, people talking about, where the second one, I haven't received that, and I need that. And we need, people were just in the comments, we need this. I have to pay this, I have to pay that. And then you only see a few, but they'll come out and they'll say, um, you just, gimme, uh, uh, and just mocking, you know, just mocking. And so, yeah, there are comments, and sometimes, sometimes after they say that, it's like, hey, you opened up a can of worms. Whoever jump on you and beat you down with words, you 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 gonna you gonna get it, because that's rubbing some people the wrong way. You guys, I gotta let my little silly dog in. I can hear him barking. Oh, I'll be right back. Okay, yeah. It he wanted to go out, but then it got hot out there. So he wanted to come back in. Sit down. Come here, Gizmo. Gizmo, sit down. He's just walking away. He's like, he don't hear me. Yes, all over the world, folks are struggling. So the way I look at it, like, even people who aren't paying taxes now because of their income and they don't make enough, they're not receiving enough. At one point in time, most of us have paid, and paid dearly. And so my thing is, now that the people need help, stop going to on vacation, Senate, just stalling, just stall. I don't know what they stalling for. Do they want to see people suffer? Every time you turn around, they going on vacation. Do you want to see people suffer? Go on and sign the thing. So sign it and approve it. Sign the paperwork, approve it. I don't understand. Um, I was told that even though well, I wasn't told personally, but information that I read that although they're on vacation, they would still be going over things and on whether they're going to prove it or not. So, I don't know. I don't know. That would be a smart idea. A working vacation. Okay, while sitting by the pool, kind of go over the information, and while your maid is, fixing you a drink, your dirty martini, you know, by the pool. You can be reading over the stuff. Um, uh, and while your chef is cooking up some, dinner for you, while you waiting for it by the pool with your dirty martini, you could be looking over the paperwork. So yeah, you could do that. Oh, how true, how true. Some people are blind to others' pain. They sure are. No empathy for your fellow man. No empathy. Well, we know that from what's going on in the states, all over the world. People don't care about people. People do not care about people. Yeah, General. A dirty martini, regular martini. Put a little olive juice in it, and that makes it dirty. Oh, that used to be my drink when I did drink a while back. That you know, and then I stopped drinking those and just sip on some wine. But yeah, I know about them dirty martinis. I know about them dirty martinis. Isn't that funny how your palate remembers, your brain remembers, and although you're not tasting something, if you've tasted before, you can still kind of you can have in your mind how it tastes still. That's amazing to me how your palate, your brain works. Like I don't never have to taste a dirty martini again because I know how it tastes. So when I mention it, I can almost taste that. Yeah, yep, that was my drink. But yeah, while they're doing all that, while people, you know, don't have help come in, they are the help. They the help. They the ones that's cleaning up your mess. So it's amazing how people just because they're in a situation and like a child's mindset. Okay, if you need some money, just go to the ATM. And like you have to explain to a child, well, honey, in order to get money from the ATM, I need to have money in the bank. It's almost like a you know intentional child's mentality. It's intentional because they don't want to see. They don't want to see. They don't want to understand. They don't want to put themselves in your place because see that it would be real. It would be too real for them to put themselves into your place, my place. That would be too real. So they don't want to be real. So they just still in their fantasy world. But it's intentional. Children have to learn and be taught and grow. You should have that information all in you. And if you're not seeing, it's intentional because you don't want to see. You don't want to be imagine people without food. You don't even want to imagine people, you know, can't pay their mortgage and they rent. You don't even want to imagine because see, that's being too real. It may cause you If you can empathize, it may cause you to want to do something, and they don't want to do anything. So yeah. Hey Zero, how you doing? Okay, B Town. Okay, B Town said be right back. There's a drink called Sex on the Beach, which is nothing like sex on the beach. Sex. That's good. That's good. I think I tasted that. I think it's a fruity type thing. Guys, I'll be back. My dog, I gotta lock him up while I'm on live because he keep, making funny sounds, disturbing sounds. Be right back. Okay. I had to lock one up in his cage so he would stop stirring around. Zero say, zero say, sound like you talking from personal experience, Zero. Well, some people like it like that, Zero. They like the what if we get caught? They like the thrill of it. You know what I mean? Hey, nothing wrong with that, General. Zero, I have absolutely no idea about having sex on the beach. General, I'm sorry, I'm not believing that. You may be right. You may be right, Zero. You may be right. Oh, cause she said it, which is nothing like. She didn't say I heard it's not anything like sex on the beach. She said that. She said it with conviction. Sure, you don't, General. Yeah, yeah, we were talking about um, dirty martinis. I was just saying the senators are not signing what people need more money and they on vacation and kicking back by their pool drinking dirty martinis. So that's how we got into that. Zero says right, Marilyn, like she already knew. Yeah, she did. Zero, she knew. She knew. Wow. Yeah, say it with conviction, General. Say it with conviction. It ain't nothing like it. I had it. I had both. Yeah, but I remember it as being, correct me if I'm wrong, a fruity type stuff. And even when I drank, I wasn't into the fruity drinks. I could only drink about half of it or what have you because it's just too sugary for me. And I would never, I would do it when I'm on a cruise because they have some fruity drinks that taste like a slushy, you know, but they'll sneak up on you if you drink too many. But they were refreshing and good, but it was still, just a little bit too much sugar in it. Yeah, that was funny. Yeah, so anyway, that's just people just don't put themselves in other people's place, you know, um, because they don't want to. Bottom line, they don't want to. The people with money, a lot of people are doing a lot of good with their money, and it's their business what they do with their money. However, a lot of people are not in that position. A lot of people are hustling, making sure they can keep a roof over their head, and utilities on and food in their refrigerator. A lot of people are hustling. Me myself, I like cushions. I don't like to be barely nothing. I like cushions. So, you know, one or even two forms of income is not enough for me. And it's not that I'm greedy or anything. I just like a cushion where if I need a plumber, I don't have to go to the poorhouse paying the plumber because that's some expensive stuff. Calling in a plumber, you know, before I do that, I call my son-in-law, like, for everything, like, and he's the type of man that he know how to do a lot of things, you know what I mean? Uh he's been on his job for years and he's learned I mean many years, and he's learned, well, not many, but for years, and he's learned a lot of things. And so, I try to, now if he can't do it, then I have to call somebody. Uh, General, he said sex on the beach is your nickname. I'd rather keep it to general. They're just quick. I can't be saying all that. She coming to the chat room. Hey, sex on the beach. No, I can't do that. You don't have to worry about me, General. I can't use that nickname. Some of these politicians forget the challenges faced by people that voted them into office. How ridiculous. I think they forget on purpose. They say what they need to say to get elected. They make all the promises they need to promise. They make you feel good, not me, but they make a lot of people feel good with what they're saying up there. Ooh, that sounds good. Let's put him in office. Huh. Yeah. Yeah, they say it until they're elected, and then they have selective amnesia. Yeah, he is. General says zero, General says zero, you're naughty. Yeah, he is. Every day. But you know what? That's zero because you can catch him on other people live, and he'd be in the chat, and he's consistent. He's consistent. He ain't gonna waver. Zero is zero. He's very consistent. Yeah, guys. So it's like, when will it? When will it be right? I don't see it too anytime soon. Not anytime soon. But you know what? I'm just gonna, keep on keeping on. I'm going to try my best to keep a positive attitude, frame of mind. If I get negative now and then, I'm gonna just snatch it back up and think positive again. And sometimes you gotta rant and vent. You know what I mean? But afterwards, just buckle up and keep it moving. I'm not gonna believe everything I hear. All of us, we're just gathering information. We research, trying to get as close to the answer as we possibly can of what's what, and then we go from there. And depending on how we research, we just do what we think in our own minds is the best thing to do. Because a lot of us have stumbled onto something, because they not gonna just tell us straight out, this is this and this is that. No, but sometimes with research, we kind of dig into stuff. Oh, okay. I'll check you out. Oh, you just said that. Marilyn, have you checked out the CB, Dr. CB? No, I didn't. No, I didn't. When I got off my live yesterday, I'm clean, straighten the dogs out, and the dogs have to be watched, and it got to be late. And then I didn't want to do it. Now I was up late because I had insomnia. I was up. Well, I mean, it was almost daybreak. But I didn't want to do it then because although I couldn't go to sleep, I know I wasn't gonna retain no information. So I gotta be to the point where I'm chilling, but I'm not restless or sleepy or one of those bouts with my insomnia because I'm not gonna retain no information at 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm up, but I ain't gonna retain no information. So no, I didn't get to do that yet, but I am going to do it. And it will probably be the best day for me to do stuff like that is on a Sunday where I force myself to do limited activity. I force myself not to come on. I might visit somebody else's YouTube, but I'm not trying to bring any content unless it was already pre-scheduled. So the best day for me to just sit back, chill, and do researching and reading when it's going to retain is on a Sunday. So any day in between there, if I could find a day that's like my Sundays, then I'll do it. But yesterday wasn't it. Last night, this morning, today wasn't it. It wasn't it. But yeah, I wanted to sink in, and probably I'll have my pen and my paper, and my notebook, and take notes. I have a feeling if I start reading up on, um, if I'm just reading his life and just stuff like that, fine. But if he's giving good information, especially information on health, pertaining to health, and it's gonna benefit me. Oh, I'm gonna have to take some notes. I may remember some things that are highlighted, like but I want to be able to take some good notes with him. Yes, it is important that you relax so you can retain the information. Yeah, because when I'm tired, or if it's right, like this morning, I think I might I fell asleep for a little bit around 3 in the morning, but I didn't sleep long. And then I woke up and couldn't go back to sleep. And I think when I finally went back to sleep, it was probably my time. It was probably about 5. It was after 5. The sun was up. The sun was coming up. Yeah. So, yeah. And then today and tomorrow, I'm going to try to get my internal clock ticking right, that my body is recognizing, okay, at this time you should be asleep, because I told you I have to be at an appointment at 9 o'clock. And so, um, well, I kind of dread those. I try to make my appointments for the afternoon, but it doesn't work out. This kind of appointment that I couldn't set a time. The person that I need to see is by appointment only, and the appointment for everyone on a Thursday is 9 o'clock, and we just first come first serve kind of appointment. So for my lab work, so they only do lab work on Thursdays, and they come in at 9. So it's not anything I can set, but now that y'all know my business for Thursday, which I don't care. I don't care. Because I figure all the time I was, in denial of certain things. And I got over that. So it's like I talk freely about a lot of things, you know. And usually if I don't talk about it, it's like, okay, that's I got to keep that part of me private. But whatever I've said, you know, whatever I've said is like Okay. I put it out there. Maybe somebody, know what I'm talking about. Maybe somebody, with insomnia, you know. And the more I've talked to a few people, on YouTube where they've had the same problems, but some of my friends, some of the people I talk to, I'm finding out more and more as I brought it out and became transparent, found out they uh they have insomnia too. I mean, even one lady on YouTube, found out, and she lives in Florida, found out she has insomnia too. And it may be later in Florida, but she's online with people in other countries where, okay, like it's Tuesday today, it's already Wednesday there. So it's, the more I expose things that I'm going through, the more I find out, hey, you're not alone. There's other people out there dealing with the same nonsense. But Wednesday night, I'm taking my melatonin so I can at least have some all the way through. If I only get 4 hours of sleep, I want to be asleep for those 4 hours and not tossing and turning. That is miserable, guys, to be tired and can't go to sleep. That's miserable. But then, like I said, I try to say, okay, I'm up and do something. If it doesn't matter. I'm not trying to retain a TV show. So I'll watch TV for a while. But I don't know if you guys ever experienced insomnia, but it just throw your whole clock off, your whole day, really. Yeah. Oh, thank God you don't, General. You said I don't know much about insomnia, so it's nice to know. Yeah, you don't want to. But and the thing about it, when I don't have to, I don't have an outside job now, but the career that I, left, I retired from, a lot of times, I mean, it didn't last. Sometimes I couldn't get to sleep and I had to you know, take me a shower, wake up and go to work. But sometimes it was like maybe 1:30, 2 o'clock. And that's why sometimes I would just turn my phone off. Because believe it or not, some people would try to call to talk, you know. People that know I had insomnia sometimes would call and talk like, that keeps you up. I don't want to talk. So I would turn my phone off. You're the naughty one, General, talking about sex on the beach. Am I reading these? No, that's a new minute. You still on that zero? He probably fell asleep. He probably fell asleep and then woke up and continued the conversation. Did you fall asleep, Zero, and then and didn't realize you fell asleep, and then continue what you said earlier? Because me and General was talking, you just kind of didn't say anything. Oh, let me see. I'm gonna go through the notes. This was the last time he had made a comment. Okay, Zero. Your last comment was at 4:38. And then you come on at 4:51. Did you catch that, General? He like he like on a late freight. Oh my gosh. You funny, Zero. Did you notice that, Yes, he must have fallen asleep. He picked it up though. He took one of them little cat naps. Like zoop, and and then he picked it right back and still talk about sex on the beach. But you know what? I shouldn't laugh, Zero. I've done that. I've done that when I'm on the phone with somebody and I fall asleep on them, and I just jump right in back into them, and they realize, okay, yeah, she fell asleep. That's why I'm laughing because been there, done that, Zero. But yeah, that's funny. That was a quick one. That was a quick nap, but he jumped right on it. Oh, I see. Ah, I see. Okay, Zero. I thought you worked, you be working. You be working. So I figured, he might been tired and right in between typing, he just took a little nap and then came back. Zero Zero sounds like she wants a sex on the oh my. I think the UK is kind of far. Pick a beach in between. uh, I don't have a map on me. I don't have a map on me, but yeah, Gen- uh, General just laughing at you, Zero. She just laughing at you. But yeah, if you could pull that off, I'm in UK and you in the States. Okay, okay. Gerald said, but that could happen though, the sleeping thing though. Yeah, I know, Zero. It could. It could. You could have dozed off a little bit, you know, before you know it, and then woke up and just kept on with the conversation as you knew it. Oh, that's a long name. Let me see what I'm gonna call. Hey, how are you? Libota? Oh, I don't know the first name. Let me see. Okay, I know this is your first time in my chat. I remember you. I know, General. He's talking about you. Not. He said that you was naughty, and here he go. Well, welcome to the chat. I'll call you Liv. Liv, you mind? Because I don't want to mispronounce your name. I'll call you Liv. Yeah, where are you from, Liv? Lee? Libota. I think that's how you pronounce the last. Let me try with the first name. Bole, Boleli Bamodima. Oh, okay. I think. Okay. You from South Africa. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I like it. No, it's not weird. It's just, I wouldn't call it weird. Just a name that I'm not used to seeing. But no, it's not weird at all. In fact, if I knew how to say it, it would, I know it would sound beautiful, not weird. Zero say you are though, General over there winking. I know what that means. Yes, it is lovely. It is lovely. I just wish I knew how to pronounce it. But phonetically, I would say libata, libata. I think that would. Am I saying that right? Just say yes or no. Libata. Did I say that right? Thank you. You're welcome. Jiro said, are you from Cape Town, South Africa? Yeah, what part of South Africa are you from? Because I'd like to visit. I've been East Africa, but I've never been, West, Africa, South Africa. No. Oh, are you saying no? You're not from Cape Town? Or are you saying no that I didn't pronounce your name correctly? Well, whatever the case is, welcome to my channel. I'm from Gating, Gating, Gating. I might have swum across the pool. He in with the late freight. I'm sure you would, Zero. I'm sure you would swim across the pool to get the general. You devil, you. No, you didn't. You didn't pronounce my name. Oh, okay. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I just I tried to phonetically, sound it out. Zero, I better start speaking American before you get over get oh get okay. Let me see. I'm not reading it right. Zero, I better start speaking American before you get too over. I kind of know what you mean, but yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't know what that means because a lot of Americans born and raised here don't speak American. I'm just kidding. I shouldn't say that. It's 1 a.m. in South Africa. Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, because I'm in the States. I'm in California, and it's 5 in the evening. Oh, okay. Wow. So I wonder if is that your normal sleep, or you can't sleep? Because I was just talking about insomnia. People having insomnia, and that I had insomnia. So, at 1 o'clock in the morning, it's like a lot of times I'm just, turning on a, a TV program and enjoying it. Zero say, yeah, get ready for me, General. Yeah. So do you find it hard to go to sleep, Leb? Yeah, I think I'm safe with that because I don't want to keep mispronouncing your name. I'd have to hear it, the last part. I'd have to hear it. Yeah, I figured it was a typo. Yeah. Yeah, so now we know. But that's a good thing, though. I'm glad you included me in the people you're supporting right now, Zero, because especially when, you know, a few people at a time start doing their lives and you want to just, want to support people. So thank you. Oh, it's because I slept early today. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Excuse my typo. I meant I better start speaking American before Zero gets to the UK. Oh, okay. Okay. He'll understand you. He'll understand you. Is it? I've never been, but I've seen it on TV. South Africa is beautiful. Yeah, I've seen it. In fact, when I when I'm changing channels and I might see something of a different country, period. But especially if I'm seeing something, from the continent of Africa, I will I will stop and watch it because Africa is beautiful. Some of the most beautiful scenery I've ever seen is when I was in East Africa. Um, and I know there's beautiful spots all over the world. There really is, but it just seemed like I experienced just the beauty of nature there. You just look around and you appreciate, God's creation, and I just it's just I just love to see beautiful landscape scenery, and I've experienced a lot of that, going to Africa. But yeah, my last name is pronounced silent H. Okay, I still don't know. Le silent H. Lehota, Lebota. I'm still not right. I used a little bit of general lingo. Okay, okay, okay. Lebota. I'm wondering how. Yeah, Zero. Have you traveled abroad before? That's General talking to Zero. And my mom travels a lot. Yeah. Has she ever been to the States, or have you ever been to the States? It's like a culture shock coming from Africa to over here. It's like a culture shock. But I found out in traveling, when I go to the big city, maybe the exceptions are a few places that I haven't been. I've seen on TV. But when I go to the big city, the way I look at it is, a big city is a big city. It's like when you go out further from the city, when you see the real part of the country, in my opinion. Zero says, I'm going to need to see what General looked like before I get there. Okay. Ah. Well, what about you, Zero? Oh, well, you go live, and on some of your lives you use your avatar, and some you don't. I think I've seen you live without using an avatar. You'll say, okay, yes, image is important. Lebota says, you got it. I still don't. Lebota, 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 the H is silent. I'm still trying to say it with the H in there, but you said the H was silent. Lebota. Did I say that right? No, I haven't journaled, but I would like to one day. She hasn't, but put my oh, your mother haven't, but your uncle went to go study there. Oh, okay, okay. Bota, how is the weather in South Africa? Warm. In California. Oh, okay, okay. One of the universities, probably UCLA, USC, uh, Santa Barbara. It's cold. Okay. Well, I was just let's see. I was in South Africa. I was in East in the wintertime, and it was very pleasant. Very pleasant. Zero says I show my face in my dancing videos. Lebota. Okay. He took that H out of there. Okay. Say it how you spell it without the H. Lebota. Okay. I think I got it. Don't tell me I said it wrong. Daryl says, I know around this time it is cold in Zimbabwe and South Africa is just next door. Okay. Yeah, and I got to remember that because I'm thinking it's warm, but yet the places I've been to is way far from South Africa. The university? Yeah. Oh, I got it. I got it. Okay. All I had to do is that because I'm looking at so well, I'm still trying to put the H in there. I got it. About time, huh? I like it though. My name is so plain, Not many people just don't name their kids Maryland anymore in the States. General says zero. It is nice to travel to at least one foreign country. Americans don't travel much. A lot don't. They may travel to different states or whatever, but as far as going out of the country, um, not like other countries do, you know. And another thing, people from other countries, they can seem like to me they can learn English easier and better than we can learn their language. So yeah. The Bota says in the afternoon it's warm, but at nights is Jeezy. Okay, it's warm in the afternoon. South Africa and Zimbabwe share a border. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So when like oh, they probably do Celsius, but would it be like in the day you say it's warmer? Would it be like 80 degrees? And because some places are like that, even in the states, it could be nice and warm during the day, and at night, because even if you go to Las Vegas, it gets cold in Las Vegas, just as hot as it is in Vegas. It gets cold. Oh, you mean freezing? Freezing? And I thought you meant there, but then I said, well, let me not say that because greasing might be it might be, let me not assume, he meant freezing. That may be something that's, common to say over there. I was not going to correct you at all. Yes, English is easier to learn than other language. Yeah, I mean, it just seems that people just do that better. They can learn English better, you know. But I did mention the dialect of Swahili that when I went to East Africa, I think if I had stayed there longer, and even if I had decided to move there, I'd be fluent because I was so dead set on wherever I try to learn as much of the language and the customs as I can. General says yes. Okay. General says most of or some of us can't afford to travel much. General, because I think is now I may be wrong, but zero. I'm thinking is probably more expensive for us to travel to the different countries, whatever the fare is. I'm thinking it's more expensive than to some other countries to get here. Now I might be wrong, but I'm just thinking, yeah, because even when I went to Africa, um, I went on the whole package. So travel agent got the whole one lump sum for everything. Um, you know, stopping over in London for about 4 or 5 days. and then heading over, stopping in Journey. Well, of course, didn't pay for that because that was a stopover just to load some more passengers, and then going to Nairobi, and then the safari was included, and with the safari, the meals were included. So I really don't know what the breakdown was. I just got well, I'm sure she broke it down at the time, but I forgot, and I don't have that paperwork, of course. Says, I knew you meant freezing. I have typos as well. Yeah, that autocorrect sometimes. Devota says, have you been to Zanzibar? Oh, but you know what? I've never been, but I just like saying it. I think that is one of the sexiest places to say, Zanzibar. And somebody did a they did a song about that. I think, well, I'm sure a lot of people did. But the one that sticks to me, that stays in my mind, is um what's his face? Andrea Bocelli, where he did a song where he mentions Zanzibar, and it's just sexy. Yeah, yeah, General. I think zero is right. It's just expensive. General says the rapper Eve lives over here in London, and she spoke about the culture shock being American in the UK. Oh, did she move there? I think her husband was from there. I didn't know she actually moved. Well, shoot. Right now they're doing it in their homes, but when she's on that what is that, the talk, that show, wow, she'd have to travel from UK and stay over here for a while they're doing the tapings. Oh, that must have been really hard to do that. But now, until the quarantine has lifted, or people, until people feel more comfortable in traveling, they're taping out of everybody's home. The quarantine, Lebota, is I'm still on self quarantine. They have lifted some places over here in the States, but then the virus count was going up. And so they closed some places down again because, the numbers are climbing. But I'm still on quarantine. I only go out. I have to when I have doctor's appointments, get groceries, and I do order some groceries, delivered. But I like to pick out my own fresh fruit and stuff and vegetables. Um, and to get gas. So I haven't been out of the house in about a week and a half or two, but I try to put things together if I have to do something so I can hit this place and quickly get out and go to the next place, and then I can stay inside. I don't go out every day. So the quarantine is not as bad for me as it may be for other people because I kind of I'm kind of like a loner anyway. With the occasional, I will, if it gets too hot, I go to the mall for their air conditioner. Um, I go see a movie, which I don't anymore. Uh, it's opening up for the movies July 19th, but I'm not sure. Well, yes, I am. I should shut up. I am sure. I'm not going to be rushing to see a movie. But yeah, it's not affecting me like it is. Like some people are just going stir crazy with this corn. They are just okay. I got to get out. But I can go to the store and get some groceries and do stuff like that and come back. Okay, I've been out, so I'm good for a while. So it's not, it's not affecting me like it is a whole lot of people just, about to pull their hair out. General says Eve says she had to learn to speak softer and adapt to new food. Yeah, yeah, I can see that. And she does seem a little bit more low key. The little bit I don't really watch the show a lot, but the times I did tune in, she does seem a little bit more low key. Labota says there's not a lot of YouTubers in South Africa. No. Oh, okay. Okay. Why is that? People just don't do the social media like we do, or Wi-Fi is expensive. Why do you think that is, Labota? Eve got married to her English guy. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like I said, General, I see a little difference in there. Yeah, yeah. At least we still have delivery. Yeah, we have delivery too. We have delivery too. You could any of the places that are open, not maybe those uh small mom and pop places, which some of those, just wasn't able to survive this. But some of the food chains, they have delivery. I have not went through the drive through or delivery for it like the fast food, because personally I'm not trusting it. That's me. That's me. Is day 90 something in quarantine for us? It's like, yeah, us too. Like maybe a little more. Yeah. Yeah, I know what you meant. You meant us instead of is. I think it's because they're busy with Instagram. Okay, okay. I was just wondering, I was, if they were people in South Africa was, not, I don't know how expensive Wi-Fi is. In my opinion, Wi-Fi is not cheap over here, but then I don't want to assume, you know, that it's, I would think it would be higher in the other countries, but I don't know. I don't know. I'm just I can't. I got an Instagram account, but I can't tell you how many times I've been on that. It's been up for a little bit. YouTube takes a lot of my time. I, just- but I, but not only that, I just can't get into Instagram, and I only use Twitter when I want to upload. Like I'm uploading something I've cooked. And then with YouTube, when you upload it, you have the option of sending it to other platforms. So that's when I use Twitter a lot when I'm uploading my dishes, my tutorials on how to cook different meals. Roberta says online shopping is better, but the problem is that it comes late. Yeah. Um, some things, depending on what I'm ordering, I remember ordering some things that took a month. In fact, it was a little over a month. And then it wasn't what I expected. And I only kept it because it just seemed such a hassle. And I think that's where a lot of people get over on you and bait and switch things and send you stuff that had nothing to do with nothing. Yeah, I mean, It was not what I expected, but it served the purpose, so I just left it. I just left it, but never again. Never again. You use what? Okay. Yeah, it's I consider Wi-Fi expensive. Um, not okay. For Wi-Fi, well, I don't have to worry about using it up. Like you on some phone carriers, you have a certain amount of data usage. But with Wi-Fi, I don't have to worry about that. The company I went to, and my bill is like for Wi-Fi, like $69. But see, I'm frugal, so that may not be expensive for some people, but I'm a good let me put it this way, I'm a good steward of my money, and to me for Wi-Fi that's expensive, but it might be more expensive other places. Gilbert is dangerous. Where is that at? That's not where you say you came from. Yeah, yeah, general buying data can be very expensive. Yeah. And it just came with the package, so I have and then when that runs low, and I got to see because a lot, I've been with this company for years, and so I got to see, because some people have told me that they've been on my carrier for a long time, and because they've been a long time customer, they have unlimited data. Well, shoot, I've been on my carrier for a long time, and I'm have to call them so because as many years as I've been with my company, I should have unlimited data on my phone. Oh, it's in okay, okay. It's in Giltang, Gilting. The butter says better than buying data every now and then. Yeah. Who, me or General? Where did you get your YouTube name? Which one of us? You talking to me? Well, just in case, if you're talking to me, I got Being Marilyn Gale. I would look at this program on TV, and although we're not similar at all, she had a lot of things that made her who she was. A lot of things good, a lot of things bad. You know, it was many layers to who she was. And so uh, when I came to the point where I wanted my own channel, I thought about what I wanted to name my channel, and I remembered that the show was called Being Mary Jane, and so I knew that I just didn't want to stick with one thing. I didn't want to just cook. I just didn't want to do entertainment news. I just didn't want to do, just lock into one thing. I knew I wanted to do a few things, with my channel, or whatever I wanted to do. Whatever I wanted to do on my channel, I just didn't want to be locked in from being a mukbanger, and I just didn't want to do one thing. There's a lot of layers to each individual, I think, or a lot of individual. And so I just looked at it this way, the same with me. There's a lot of layers to me. So whatever is on my channel, that's what I like, that's what I enjoy, that's what I'm interested in. It's just being who I am. So I came up with the name after getting, the inspiration from the TV show Being Marilyn Gale. So that's how I got it. But general, that would be the question could be, how'd you come up with your name? Because I got a sense of that, but I just want to see, how you did that, how you got to that. Oh, your mom has that book? Okay. Yeah, I just didn't want to lock my channel into being about one thing. And now I'm seeing more people just they probably did it and I didn't notice it or what have you. I'm not saying they got it because I did it, but I see more channels just doing different thing and not being locked in. Some people are showing you how to plant vegetables, um uh and they show you the progress of how whatever they grow, what progress. Person could talk about the current events, what's going on now, and how things are affecting our life, what's going on now. And then the same person could be on a panel with someone in talking about women issues, empowering women, what we go through. So I'm seeing more and more that a lot of people don't want to be locked into one or two things either. They're about um, an overall everything that's interesting to them. I see a lot of people doing that. General Civil Work Studies. Okay, okay. That's interesting too, because I've worked all my jobs, uh, my career, social work. I worked with abused children in the investigative part of it, and and housing. I was once a foster parent. I work with children in group homes. Then I went over to housing, people low income housing, and that's what I retired from. And in low income housing, you get involved with the other aspects of social work, child abuse, because it's mandatory for us to report it. But it's still social work. Labota says, I thought quarantine was going to be fun, but I'd be sleeping the entire time. It throws, although I had bouts with insomnia, uh, I have more of the days that I don't get to sleep until it's daytime. It messes up your days. It's like, okay, it's Tuesday, but this Tuesday, you know how you get to the weekend, Friday and Saturday, and it's like, okay, the weekend's coming, and the weekend just felt different. It just feels different. I'm off from work, and Friday, I get off, and okay, you know, I'm gonna do this, and Saturday I'm gonna do that, and then Sunday. It just felt like a weekend, but now each day feels the same. General says, "My name is an actual social work theory that explains how other systems in society are connected." Okay, that's very interesting. They are connected too. Yeah, they are. And I see that very clearly. I know exactly what you're saying. The systems in society, church, etc. Yes, yes. Yeah. So I've worked in that general systems all my life. Labota says right now it's dangerous for kids to go outside because right now kids are going missing and being. Oh no! Oh no! That's an ongoing problem here in more places. Some places more than others. Yeah, yeah. That's sad. Marilyn, that is lovely. I didn't know you worked in social work settings. Nice that we have similar experiences. Yeah, yeah. I've worked. I've worked with all the. I've worked with abused children, abused adults. I was a rape victim advocate. Uh, didn't stay in that long because of my job. And then even if I wasn't working, it would be hard for me to do that now because when I was doing it, it just broke my heart on a daily basis. It really did. It broke my heart. In fact, working with children, working in that capacity and a rape victim advocate, I worked. I didn't want to go on the calls with the children. I just couldn't. Uh, so I worked with the young adults, and that was hard. That was very hard. So it just you want to do things, you want to help, you want to give guidance, but everybody's not meant or built to be a rape victim advocate. Uh, at that particular time, I wasn't built for it. I wanted to do it. I wanted to do it, but it's so sad. It's so sad. Do you go to work or work from home? I don't go to work anymore. I work from home. Um, Mainly YouTube is I consider that my job. But in the near future, I'll be working from home doing something government related, which I applied more than a year ago. But because of what's going on right now, it'll be a work from home thing, and instead of so and I have to go to training, and they're trying to see how they're going to do that and practice social distancing. So that will be something else that I'm doing, but that's not in effect right now. So right now, YouTube is the closest thing I have for a job right now. General says to Lavota, yes, a lot of children are going missing. We are suspecting they are being kidnapped for their organs or for sexual abuse trafficking. Yeah, that's the same thing over here, General. It is being suspected that the young the young adults that are missing, and then in some instances they were found with no organs. So that's the you know that's the conclusion that you have to go by, that organs are being harvested. The both said, and some kids don't care. Went to my grandparents' house. They saw everyone outside with no mask. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Yeah, but I see that over here. You know what I see over here, and I just can't get an understanding. Like if I go shopping, grocery shopping, I go to the store and I'll see the parent with the mask on, but then they'll have children in the cart with no mask. And I'm thinking, okay, lady, you're protecting yourself, but you mean to tell me you don't want to protect your children? Maybe I'm not seeing it, but that just like I don't get it. And now they would have said, and now there's a lot of gender-based violence. Yeah, hate crimes. General says I'm working from home at the moment, hence I am chilling this time with Mary. Oh, yeah, I didn't. Yeah, I you had told me what you did once before, and I said, okay, I know that a lot of the staff, staff don't. I know the not certain nurses and certain departments, certain technicians, certain people working, and so I didn't know how you fell into that. So, what do you like better? Do you like working at home, or if it came to the point that you could go and you can work, at the hospital or whatever places you worked, offices, do you prefer at home? Because I like it that you're able to chill with me. About to say there's actually two guys who sell track, who sell track. I'm not sure what that is. Because of my job, I am not on social media, but I use YouTube as it is safer for me. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I can't get with the other social. Oh, Facebook is just a no with me. Um, they probably thought I came in to troll somebody or whatever, because when I was first setting up, I was trying to give them some information because, mind you, they had some privacy breaches, and then they were asking me certain things, and I wasn't willing to give it up. So I wasn't giving them the answers they wanted, and so they, took my page off, and I started to go back and make another page. I said, I don't like this junk anyway. So there's actually two guys who decided to sell tracking watches. Oh, for kids, to stop the mention of children. Oh, that's what you meant. Okay. Oh my gosh. Hmm. I mean, to think we even need stuff like that. What kind of monster messes with children? I don't understand. Social workers are hated. Are they? I work as a hospital social worker. Okay. Okay. Yeah. They probably, general. I'm okay. Social workers are hated. Is it because they be all up in your business? People think, asking you this, that, and the other, which is very private. And so, because over in the states, and they have stopped many practices of the social workers doing it, but some people that were on welfare, getting cash aid assistance. At one point, they were just, looking all in your closets to see if there was a man there. You getting extra money. Where'd you get this? Where'd you get that? It was something. So I don't know if it's like that throughout the country, but they stopped a lot of that practices where you know um, now in housing, when you went to inspect their home, some housing specialists did it. I didn't. Some housing specialists opened up people refrigerators you know, uh, and it could be some were was making sure that it was working, and you know, and if it wasn't working, then if it belongs to the complex, then they required it to be fixed. But I can hear if a refrigerator, or I would just ask the people, you know, is your refrigerator working? Then I would test the stove. I didn't. We started out when I first started working there that we had to inspect the places too, but then that was just taking too much of our time, and our caseload was too large to for us to do that. So they eventually hired inspectors to do all that. General says it's not always ideal to work from home, but I like it. Soon I am expected to return to work. Okay, okay. Yeah, I know what you mean. It's like, okay, I need this and that. Okay, I'm not able to do this, but okay, yeah. Because when I do what I'm gonna do, um, the only time I have to go outside because we'll be using computer and telephone, but every now and then I might have to drop off an information packet for a client. And that's a drop off, and I don't have to hand it to nobody. They don't have to in the door, drop the package off, knock on the door, ring the doorbell. Just like what the delivery people do here for, like, Amazon or whatever. They when I get a package, they put the package there, they ring the doorbell, and even if you don't open the door for strangers, which I don't, I look out the window and I see the truck. Well, I say, oh, I got a package. So there's no contact. And I go get my gloves, get my spray, bring that box in, take it in my guest room, let it sit, depending on what it is. If it's food, a lot of times they put the freezer packs in the meals that I order from Home Chef. They put that in there. So I spray that down, and I might let that set for a couple of hours. But if I know it's something else, I might not open that. I got a package now that it's been sitting there in my house unopened for about a week. I know what's in there, and it's not perishable. I had bought some soap from Nadia, so that's what's in there. So I don't want to open it until I do an unboxing and videotape it. And mainly I wanted to kind of advertise, because she makes some great stuff. So it's mainly to do some content and help her at the same time. Journal says some people put their entire lives on Facebook. Uh-huh. Two social workers were murdered in 2015 because they shared too much information on Facebook. Yes. I didn't hear about that, or if I did, it's so many other things happening that doesn't come right up to mind. But one lady did a live, I think it was Facebook, live Facebook. This guy she was messing with, she had left something in his house. She had left his house, and she left something in his house, and she walked in an inopportune time, so to speak, and he was with this other guy, and she ran out and she started spreading it on Facebook that he was on the down low, and she was just doing too much, and he and allegedly he he killed her. She was driving, and he shot at the car. She got in a real bad accident, so I really don't know whether he hit her. Whether when he shot, he shot her, and of course she couldn't control the car, or she was dodging and she couldn't control it. Anyway, she's dead. over posting live on Facebook. And I must admit, and I hate that she got murdered. I hate that, but she was doing too much. She was doing too much. Um, so, she had children, she had relatives, parent, that loved her, and now she's gone. Now the kids without a mom, a mother without her daughter. Journal says yes, as part of the assessment, it is mandatory to open cupboards and see where the children or child sleeps. Yeah, we would do the room. We would do the room. We would expect the room. Make sure the closets, open. Make sure um, everything was according to housing quality standards. But I never opened any refrigerators, you know. And I would ask, okay, after inspecting the home, I would ask if it's something that am I overlooking anything. I always try to cover myself because a lot of people were grateful, but some people were just, if they could have got you fired, they would have. And so I would ask, is there anything that I have overlooked that you want to discuss with me? If it's anything that is not apparent through my inspection that you want to call to my attention, I always gave them that out. I always gave them, last week a social worker and her sister were killed as they celebrate their birthday. We found out two police officers took selfies of their bodies and shared it on on WhatsApp. They announced, oh, talking about heartless. So they're hated so much that the police wanted to take selfies like they're like as if they went out deer hunting or fishing and caught the fish or deer and hold it up. Look what I did. Oh my God. Suspended? Is that all? Oh, they need to be fired. They need to be fired. That's disrespectful on another level. I can't even tell you. The voter said everything doesn't have to be on social media. Like, why do people have to? Exactly. Exactly. Why are you putting that up there? What value does it have? It just gets you killed a lot of times. It's not teaching, okay. So the story I was telling about where the lady went on and exposing the guy, said she was gonna tell everybody to expose the guy, but being on the down low. Okay, what did that accomplish? Besides her getting murdered, he gonna continue to be on the down low. You know, he gonna continue living his life. So what did that accomplish? She got herself killed. And it's sad that she did. She did not deserve that, but hey, she did too much. So yes, I remember that lady who walked in on the guys. Yes, making out. Yes, she lost her life, which is sad. You cannot be outing folks about their sexuality. You cannot. You're not the what do you call it? Outing police. You don't have that right to, okay, yeah, you was messing with him and you found out he was on the low. That just should have been a lesson to her. Know who you dealing with. Ask the right questions before do the do. And I'm not, I don't I don't really want to blame her, but yet she was doing too much. If that happened to me, okay, what would I do? Okay, first of all, you know who you sleep with. You should, but sometimes it's on down low cases. Sometimes it's not always that clear. But if I walked in, oh, excuse me, sorry guys, I'm walking out. I'm walking out. You don't have to worry about me no more. You know, but put it on. But go on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and out you. No, nope. Wait, wait, wait. Yes, she was doing too much and lost her life. I saw her excitedly sharing what yeah, she was excited about it. This was this was a good uh gave her a lot of clicks and views. Yes. She also posted one of the men's picture, which is plain wrong. I remember that. I don't know if that was the guy that she slept with or the partner. Yeah, but I remember that. And then I think it was taken down because I think I tried to go back and look at it because somebody I didn't see it. Somebody on YouTube posted it. So that's how I got to it. I didn't see it on whether it was Instagram or Facebook or whatever. I didn't actually see the post. It was just a repost. Somebody was doing a story on YouTube. People have never thought how it felt if we did it to them. Like, what did people do to get hated so much? Right, right, exactly. Whew. General says no, the police didn't take the picture because one was a social. Oh, oh, I thought the police took the selfies. Oh, I misunderstood. But either way, whoever did it was wrong. No, the police didn't take the pictures because one was a social worker. Not sure why they did it. Because maybe because they were black. Yeah, yeah, that's a strong possibility. No, and I was saying, even the police hate the social workers. Like, people ain't too fond of the police, so that's really a smack in the face. If the police, trying to do the social worker, but like you said, maybe because they're black. Exactly. No, the police didn't take the picture because, oh, that's twice. True, Labuta. Not everything needs to be shared on social media. I mean, because, like I said, what value? What did it accomplish? You know, just for the clicks and views. And that's why, guys, I can't do. Okay, yes, I want people to view my channel because I feel like I worked to bring some content and I wanted to do well. However, I did some stories that was drama, drama, drama. It was the way I felt. Um, and I think I mentioned this before, General, on one of my lives. I felt really adamant about this Tamara's uh, Housley's husband because the way and the things he said about Trayvon Martin and that whole deal. So I meant every word I said. Don't take it back. It gained a lot of views, but I don't want to be a drama channel. But I tell you what, I meant what I said. But I don't want to make it uh my channel about that. I wanted to have some integrity. I don't want to have to keep it up just to maintain and I was monetized before it got taken away. I don't want to do that to be monetized. It's just not that serious. And it's not enough money for me to lose my self behind it. You know what I mean? The both said people think they are better than others. Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do. And she was doing this one lady that we're talking about, general, about exposing the guys on the down low. She had a she had too much to lose herself. She had her own tire shop. Oh, she had her own business, and from what I heard, doing pretty good. She was self sufficient. The car, even though I saw it after the crash, you could tell that was a nice car. I mean, she was doing her thing, living her best life. And it's like, oh no, I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry, guys. My bad. I just walked in here, and okay. What y'all do is y'all business. I'm gone. Sorry. Sorry. I am not I can apologize. I busted in your house. I had no right to come busting in your house. But then in my mind, I would say, well, I ain't gonna be dealing with you no more. You know, General says people see social worker as invasive and wanting to remove their children. Yeah, and see if someone think their children was removed and you didn't have a right. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. So people would call me social worker. And that really wasn't the title I had, although I did social work. I would let them know, no, I'm not your social worker. I'm not your social worker. General says, never really liked America's husband. Something is off about Oh, a lot of things are off about him. You know, a lot of things are off about him. You know, he would he would make statements, talking to black people, you ought to do this, you should be doing that. He shouldn't have been doing that. Blaming the young man why that the reason why he got killed, kind of putting a lot of the blame. No, it was Zimmerman's fault. Gotta make it clear. He he did it. So when those posts came out talking about you don't have to put everything on media, when he came out posting certain things directed at black people, what we should be doing. Oh yes, oh yes. So there's a lot off from him. And see, I don't, you know, I had to come to the point where for a long time I couldn't even mention his or her name. And but I think because of things that had happened in their family, not so much with her twin and whatever, not that part of her family, but certain things that happened in his family, the hurt that they went through when his niece was unnecessarily and brutally murdered at the college at the little cafe that they were having coffee. Uh, I think she can now empathize. They haven't said anything, but that was so hurtful when that happened, and I don't care what they said. That young lady was innocent, and she was a victim, and that shouldn't have happened. And I felt for the family. So you have to watch what you say. Because just like they were hurt behind his niece being murdered, Trayvon Little's mother was hurt too, very hurt. And that's what I said. You know, when I made I think I made a follow up video just talking, about the incident. and it was other people in that cafe when House Lee's niece got, so a lot of people got killed, and I just it was sad, and I let them know that I just wish this hadn't happened. But just like what you're feeling, Trayvon's mother felt like that. So let's not get to the point that we can't feel empathy for a parent that lost their child. You know, let's not, for any mother. And I think the girl she was young. She was young, his niece, just beginning to live life. You know, um, trying to do the right thing, go to college and uh, just want to chill and go get some coffee or chat with her friends, whatever. And now her life is cut short. And to my understanding, it's been a while back. To my understanding, the guy just wanted to, if I heard correctly or remember correctly, the guy just wanted to go shoot up the place to see how it felt. Hold up, guys, I'm plugging up my battery pack. So that's another slap in the face. He just wanted to see how it felt. Marilyn, I listened to your video about Wendy Williams and Stern. It was funny. Yeah, I forget. I'm gonna have to go listen to it. You know what? That's why some things I just, had to stay away from because if I do a podcast, I do a story. I'm gonna tell you how I feel. I'm gonna tell you how I feel, and so sometimes I just have to not do it. Because I can get wrapped up in something, especially if I think it's an injustice to certain things, which this wasn't the case. But if there's an injustice, I'm gonna speak on it. So some things I have to stay clear of. Yes, she was doing well for herself and her business. Apparently, she was waiting as some truck pulled up beside her and opened fire. Yes, the boat that says it's 3 a.m. The boat that you are right. The boat that it is 2:01 in UK. Okay, you guys are behind an hour. Oh, you guys stay up late like me. Wow. Sometimes in life, only personal tragedies can make others empathize. Exactly. If they do, then I wonder if he changed some of his thoughts. I can't imagine what Trayvon's mother and father was going through, or still going through. I know. I know. And when he insinuated that Trayvon Martin had a play in his death, it didn't set well with me at all. At all. Howard Stern called her something. He sure did. He sure did. He sure did. And at the point, I was trying to stay. Cause I wasn't a fan of either one. I was trying to stay neutral, but at that point, I think I ragged on Wendy more because she was just such a mean girl to people. She was just saying things that, oh no, don't say that, don't, for the world to hear. And not being a fan of neither one of them when Howard Stern, I thought it was funny, you know. Like I said, I didn't have a dog in that fight because either, yeah, both of them, I'm not crazy about either one of them, but I think I kind of laughed more about what Howard said because if you know Wendy Williams' track record, she can be very insensitive. But I'm gonna tell you this though, when her husband Kevin Sr. was dogging her out, I'm gonna tell you, I felt sorry for her. I felt sorry for her, and I felt, yeah, I'm not one of Wendy Williams' fan, but you know what? She got dogged out. She got dogged out. You know, all these years, uh, excuse me, all these years he had this chick on the side. Now they had a baby, and that was the last straw. Cause ain't nobody tell me she didn't know. And I think at one point she did admit that she knew about it, but the baby was the last straw. But guys, I did. I felt some empathy for us. Okay, I can't stand you, but on this, I'm a be in your corner on this one. And I still don't watch. Well, she doesn't tape anymore, and she just stopped taping at home. And I just know certain things because certain YouTubers will, when I'm looking through and googling stuff, I'll see stuff, about her and what's going on with her. But I did. I felt sorry for her and the way she was being done by her husband, all up in her face, using her money and his money to set his baby mother up in this beautiful home, and not far from where they had their marital. I mean, just all in your face stuff. And so I did. I felt I got a little soft. Yes, Wendy is a mean and cruel person. She's very mean. Stern, Howard Stern went in like crazy. He did. He went in. I gotta watch that again, cause I do that sometimes. Sometimes I'll go back to people will tell me, "Oh, this," or talking about an older video, and I say, "Oh, I forgot about that." Sometimes I'll go back and I'll listen, and it crack me up again. I say, "Oh, okay. I said that, meant it too." But I just didn't want to kick Wendy when she was down like she did other folks. You know what I mean? I didn't want to be that kind of person. So I laid off, and I still, to this day, I ain't nasty against her because I was in on her too. Like, okay, you doing too much, Wendy. It's like, ain't there's no reason why you have to say that. You just mean. Yeah, a baby sure did change things. Okay. Uh, that will change things for a lot of women. Some women are still stay, but I think that was the understanding she had in herself. Okay, but for whatever reason she had to stay with him. But when that baby came, like, okay, all deals are off. No more. All deals are off. Tasha K also, and he had some. I saw that sexual relationship with her husband. It was graphic. Yes, I saw that. I haven't watched Tasha K in a while, and I was gonna go back and look at that video regarding Dr. Sebi. But Tasha K, oh, and remember, um, the guy had his wife on, and it might have been another video, but the same topic. But remember, he had his wife, and everybody was tripping on it because Tasha K had all them grapes, and his wife was tearing them grapes up. And people in the comment section, they were listening, but they was fixated on his wife tearing them grapes up. And I think even Tasha K mentioned, oh, she tearing them grapes up, and I remember that. But yeah, Tasha K, I'm telling you, she got a staff, I think now, or she's got a staff. It's just not her, so she's serious about a coin too. She's serious about a coin. Yes. Do you remember that too? Yeah, she tore them grapes up. I said, "Oh, look at her. Oh, she hungry. Them grapes started looking good. Made me want some grapes after that." Yes, it was funny, funny. It was very funny. So I think we lost um, our South African friend. I can only pronounce the name when I see it. Where's that bit? Le Labota. I think we lost him because it's 3 something in the morning now. Yeah. But that was fun to get someone new to give us another perspective to, you know, South Africa. Oh, I would love to visit more places in Africa, and that's one of them. Tasha K said, "You effing up the grades over there." I remember. Ah, that's one thing about Tasha K. Love her, hate her, whatever. She funny, and she got that kind of personality that she could actually be on TV. She could have her own show, whether people like her or what or don't. Tasha K can have her own show and be successful. I can see that happening. And I'm not talking about some little independent channel. I'm talking about one of the big channels, you know what I'm saying? Uh, 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 you know, hey girl. And then when she would say this, that, and the other, and it kind of proved that, okay, okay, you be spot on some things, Tasha. But on this one, it's wrong. She said, "Oh well, then you got to realize this is a entertainment show." She would clean it up and go on to the next story. Like she ain't tripping over being wrong off of one thing. Because you can listen to the news all day long and be. The casters, we know they could be wrong. Tasha K also claimed that Wendy was recently in a mental hospital and that she would stand in front of the mirror and say, "How you doing?" I know that ain't funny. I heard she was having some mental issues too. And it wasn't Tasha K, but Tasha K. Tasha K is extra, but she makes me laugh. I know. She keep me laughing. I gotta go back and watch some of the things because I was just paying too much attention to a lot of people's channel and I had to pay more attention to my own. And so some people I stopped, you know, supporting and I still support a lot of people, but they support me. So it's like, okay, we supporting each other, cool. But it's like I was just, Tasha K is good for a laugh. She's extra. But you can count on her for a good laugh. And you know how she cracked me up one day when she had her right after she had her baby. I think it was the first video she did. She had her baby, where she said, that first line on the Lion King where he holds the baby up or whatever. Da, 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 da. I can't do it like but you do this little chant. She did that, and she cracked me up. Ah, thank you, General. I try to keep it balanced. I like to do this, that, the other. I like to do different things, a variety. Because our life consists of a variety of things. Our interest is a variety of things. I mean, people do what they want with their channel. But for me, I want variety. Um, it's some things I'm probably be coming up with, but it will be things that I want to do. And people can come in and they can give me suggestions, and they may be very good suggestions, but a lot of things are just not for me. You know, you know, they're just not for me. And it might be a good idea, but it's just not for me. And I just can't. Okay, we always want, let me say this, we always want clicks and views, but I can't do it just for the clicks and views. I just can't lose myself to YouTube. You know what I'm saying? I can't do it. I can't lose myself to YouTube because before you know it, it YT can slip that rug off from under you. You know what I'm saying? And here you that went out and did this and it was against you, against what you believe in, and here they come and whoop, there go your monetization. That's what we think about you. So I can't lose myself for it, you know. But I appreciate you saying that. I really do. YouTuber Amon Wiggins was upset with Tasha K. So he said her breast is so big that she would qualify for a free breast reduction. And you know what? She mentioned that I don't know whether she was pumping or whatever when she had her baby, but just like the average woman can breastfeed, she had to be careful because she could smother. And she mentioned it. I just can't do like some of you guys. I could end up suffocating my baby. She said for real. So yeah, Armand Wiggins, where'd I see him from? But you know what? You just can't. You just have to remove yourself sometimes, take a few days off or what have you, because I I have seen where some large YouTubers, you know, some YouTubers, period, not as large as, but they got much more subscribers than me. They couldn't take the bullying. They couldn't, it was just so much being a creator that they committed suicide. So you never want to get that wrapped up. That's why I have to back off on certain issues because I can't get that wrapped up. I'm wrapped up about the issue, but along I saw that the more I had to take my comments down on uh certain videos because the more viewers, the more clicks, the more problem. Because then you bring out the trolls come out, and them trolls are heartless. They heartless. Yes, I understand some people built their channel on negativity, which is not good. Yes, she needs to be careful when feeding her baby. Yeah, them jugs were big. Did I just say jugs? They are humongous. Like, girl, people was inquiring, where you get your bra from? Because job. I'm gonna tell you that bra wasn't cheap. And so I think a lot of viewers want to know because they, have a problem finding a good problem. But ooh, she was like, oh my God, you can feed a small village with them babies. Yes, yes, YouTubers need to look after their mental health. Yeah, they did. They have to look after because this, you know, trolls are heartless. They don't care. Their goal, a lot of their goal is to go around to different YouTubers. They don't care. They'll concentrate, more on the bigger uh channels because they get viewed a lot. So even with my meager little channel, on some of my videos, I got viewed a lot. Here come the trolls. Here come the trolls, and they'll go around trying to find something to report you to take your. And they don't have to. They'll lie to get your channel taken down. Oh, I no, oh, I tell you, I do typos all the time. But yeah, So you just can't put your everything into this. You can't, you know, I always, even when I share a lot about myself, it's like, okay, I'm glad somebody shared with me. I'm glad, stop it, stop it. I'm glad that I can be transparent about some things because if used correctly, this YouTube it could be a great platform. If you take away a lot of the nonsense, it could be a great platform. In a lot of instances, it has educated people. Create. I'm talking about the content creators. There's a lot of these content creators that's on. They on point, and so it could be such an educational tool. But then all the nonsense that's associated. All the one channel could do this and they cool. Another channel do the same thing and they, threaten to give you a strike or demonetize you. So I can't let it have that control over me. Have you heard the country Iran put out an arrest warrant for Trump? I would like to see how that play out. Oh, oh, no. I know a lot of countries don't like him. I wonder why. And who gonna come? Oh, yes, I want to see how that plays out too. I'm with you. Going up to the White House? You're not gonna do that. You're not gonna do that. How you gonna? You're gonna have to catch a lot of people, certain people. You're gonna have to catch 45 out and about, maybe in another country. Because it's not like you can just go to the Oval Office. You know what I'm saying? It's not like you can just walk in. Um, do they have to do the Miranda rights? um, it's not the Miranda rights. What's that called? The Miranda something. Is it the Miranda rights? You can remain silent. Anything you say and do can be held. Oh yes, that's gonna be hilarious. Yes, let's see how this play out. Let's see. But you know what, General, I am gonna let you go. Thanks for hanging in with me. Uh, almost 2.5 hours. Um, I just, I enjoy when you zero. You see how funny Zero can be. Nadia gets on the fun because they've been knowing each other much longer than I've been knowing them. But they just, all you guys together. So I believe that. I really believe that God is giving me a good set of people on my channel. Yeah, he is. Yeah, he is. He is. He's very naughty. I believe God is just blessing my channel with good people. I really believe that. I really truly believe that. So anyway, I am going to let you go. You have a, um, a good sleep because I know you're gonna be tired. Have a great rest of your week. Enjoy yourself. Try to have some fun. I'm trying to think of something fun I can do, even if it's in the house. I do too. I do too. I like the banter too. Yes. But if you do go out, stay safe. You have a lovely afternoon as well. Thank you so much for coming in. I'll see you soon. Okay. Have a good morning.